Welcome to Abu Dhabi Talks. Thank you for joining us again this evening, and welcome to our show. And with me are my wonderful co-hosts, Freya Jaffer and Sana Diab.
Hello, everybody. So today we have a very interesting topic and show, but also we have a competition that will give 5 people a nice surprise. Stay tuned until the end of the show to know more about it.
I'm very excited today to have a personal friend of mine and a lady very well known, Sana Bergosh. Now, Sana owns a communications agency and she provides a strategy and innovation advisory to many institutions. But apart from that, she is a massive advocate for the small business owner. She's a champion for people like myself and many others in Abu Dhabi. And I think with current times of COVID going on, it was just perfect to have Sana on. There's no one else, I think, who could come on at this time and offer the best advice. So welcome and thank you, Sana, for joining us.
Thanks, Freya. Thank you, Sana. Thank you, Ro. And Freya, thank you for the amazing work that you do in the community.
Oh,
And I know it's not easy. Honestly, I mean, this woman is a champion for so many people who are so unrepresented and don't have a voice. So keep doing what you're doing and just know that at least if people don't appreciate you, God does.
Oh, thank you.
Can you tell us more about TAMAKKAN and how are you actually helping SMEs?
It's very funny because I used to work for a very big company called Thuraya, a satellite telecommunications company. I was the comms director for about 8 years, I would say. And then when I decided to venture to help set up a brand Moxie, a year later, I realized that there was no ecosystem for entrepreneurs, and I realized that people, startups, people, mom and pop stores, entrepreneurs didn't have a place to go to. So I opened up my office and I said, look, I'll give you advice. I'll give you discounted packages to help you with your business and all of that. And very soon I was overwhelmed because I was giving a lot of pro bono services and my business suffered. And so I thought to myself, I really need to be able to create a platform where it's not just me giving back, but it's other people also coming in and giving back. So I created TAMAKKAN as an initiative. What I did was I called my friends, and these are, university professors and consultants. I even called my competitors and I told them, guys, if we were to give back to the community, maybe once a month, just so we start building an ecosystem so people will feel that they have a place to go to, would you be interested to give back? And that was how it was born, Sana. It was basically something that I organized once a month. And it was, so the idea was people would know it was going to happen. So if they had questions, they would bring their questions to it. If they wanted to network, they knew they could meet somewhere. Because a lot of the entrepreneurship events, they were big and they were once a year. But what happens between, the big annual events? So for me, I wanted to give continuity and we started a tradition. The one thing, and Freya, you know this as well, once you have something and you're giving to the community, other people want to help as well. So very soon, the universities came in, the other universities. Zayed University was giving me space, and we moved into a seminar space, and then we moved to, later on we moved to Ma'moura, which was amazing because we bumped into Sheikh Mohammed a few times.
Wow.
We bumped into Hillary Clinton, we bumped into, because they always had celebrities there, and they gave me a free space where we could meet once a month. And that really went well. The US Embassy sometimes, when somebody comes in, they call me, oh, we have Mark Thompson from Richard Branson's, entrepreneurship thing. Do you want to host him? Yes, bring him here. the president of HBO Films is coming. You want to? Yes, yes, yes. So it was all about creating a platform where, for me, I use my resources. I also, sometimes the hotels helped, sometimes the universities helped, but it just became a platform of giving. And the objective was what? To focus on the fundamentals of business, because sometimes I saw people would fail for little things, Sometimes the product would be perfect, but the pricing was wrong, or the promotion was wrong, or the positioning was wrong. So sometimes you fail because you just didn't have the right information at the right time. We were always physical. We were always meeting somewhere. But because of COVID, our last Tamakkan was online. It was with AmCham, with American Business Group. And we spoke about entrepreneurship. I gave a talk about a lot of the stuff that was happening, and it was amazing. But it was online. And this is really crazy because I don't know what Tamakkan is going to look like in the future. I don't know if we will ever actually need to meet physically. So it might be an online platform, but then I have to differentiate myself because there are so many other things happening, and people start getting really tired of, they call it Zoom exhaustion or whatever it is.
I love that thing, like Sana, getting people together. When you connect in person physically, it increases your online relationship, and it's far more authentic what you relay to your viewer or your followers or your members. I believe you cannot replace that human touch. I'm of that view. You really need that. Yes, you need that kind of human factor in there. I mean, I loved what you did. I was always coming. And it was just created. There was a buzz in the room. Whenever Sana organized something, there was a buzz in the room. There was exciting people who were doing things in the city. And it was just great because then when you connect with them online, it's a different kind of experience you deliver to your own people. So,
but you think people will get together like that again, Priya? Do you think?
But I think it'll be a long time. But I really hope that does come back. Because
Inshallah.
Do you think that this time is actually a good time to start a business?
I absolutely think it is. And I'll tell you why.
Really?
So right now, there's been a massive disruption across the board. Yeah. A lot of big businesses are going under. And the funny thing, the paradox is, a lot of companies are going under because they're not able to maintain their operations. They have a lot of legacy problems. They have a lot of issues. And so for them, it's not just about continuing. It's about taking care of all of the other debts and liabilities they have. So the airline business, for example, is a great example. So many airlines are really struggling. So in an ideal world, in a perfect world, we should have, during COVID, frozen everything, right? Freeze everything, freeze the rent, freeze the school payments, freeze everything. And then when things get normal, we ramp up. But the only problem with something like that is staffing. You still have to pay staff. That's why some companies have sent their staff on furloughs, and some of them have let their staff go, which is very tragic. But the opportunity here is there's going to be a lot of businesses that have closed, and there will be spaces for new businesses to come in. What are the new businesses that will come in? I think we will see very soon, because right now people might not be buying certain things, but very soon, we're human beings. We're going to want things again. Demand is going to come back again in one form or another. And there will be a lot of businesses that have closed, leaving a blue ocean for the new entrants. Communities will be well served by them. I think a lot of the brands are going to want to build communities because digital is very much driven by the tribe.
It's very interesting to hear this kind of point of view, because we're always hearing that, it's such a bad time to start business because nobody's buying, nobody's selling, etc. So it's very interesting to hear a different kind of view, and you convinced me actually.
Yeah, but you know, Sana, what it is this is a good planning phase. This is a great planning phase. It's you have to see what are the trends, what are the insights, how people, how perspectives are changing. There will be shifts in population as well. You know?
Like, do you feel like some industries right now could use more businesses?
You've probably heard a lot of hotels have closed. The airlines are really, really struggling. Some of them are going to close outright. But the funny thing that's going to happen is after COVID calms down and the skies open up and we can start traveling, people are going to be hungry for travel. They're going to be hungry for experiences, you know? And already I'm seeing it. I think COVID is probably bringing on an awakening of sorts, you know, that all of us had our nose, you know, stuck in our business, in our work, you know, and I think it's opening up a lot of people to think, you know, I don't need an expensive lifestyle, but I need experiences in life. So we'll see.
Like physical connection with other people.
Physical connection, maybe seeing different places.
What do you advise these businesses who are trying to promote and get people through their doors? What do you advise them how to kind of delicately, you know, deal with the, you know, because now it's all digital, as you're saying, it's all marketing online. How do you advise them to deal with it right now?
Oh, I think every business right now should think about digital. Every business, whether it's a small store or whatever, you should be thinking digital.
Like, people are very concerned about hygiene in hotels. So how can they be sensitive to what the public is feeling?
You have to communicate your brand content, your brand values, and all of the things that you're doing really well. It's all about communication. So I spoke to a few retailers who were asking the same question. How do we, you know, allay people's fears? You actually have to show it to them. You know, like, for example, when you put the box, you have to show someone wearing gloves, you have to show them they're sanitizing, and you have to make it visual. Sometimes just writing it is not enough. And this is where content is so important. You know, and I just wrote a column for LinkedIn and I sent it out and I said, if you're a retailer, make people welcome, make your customers feel welcome. Because for me, I am taking a risk, leaving my home and coming to your retail outlet. I want to support you, but you have to meet me halfway. So if I'm coming into your store, show me that the aisles are wide. Show me that, you know. Otherwise, I'm just going to walk past. Show me that you have sanitizers. Some places have sanitizers, but they're with the staff. They're not pointing towards the customer. And one of my pet peeves is when you go to a lot of these shops, the staff come and they rub against you. They walk past you, you know. And so with brands, you have to walk the walk and talk the talk. You have to show that you are taking these precautions. You have to show that you are, you have the spaces, you're socially distancing, you're moving your aisles. Maybe your aisles don't have to come so close together. You know, the racks, the clothing racks, they have to be separate. So I think these are things that people are looking at, and customers are smart, guys. They actually, and I've seen them in the mall, for example, they walk past, they see. If it looks crowded or whatever, they don't go. And so
I do that.
These are some of the things. You're like that. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I do that, yes. I think so many things will open up opportunities. So I really hope that a lot of businesses will, and a lot of people will start thinking and planning, as you said, for something new and useful in the coming months and years, inshallah.
You know, we have to find our own groove, and it has to be a new groove, you know. And I think that's what it is. The tough part is just readjusting to a new reality, new circumstances, and finding joy in them, trying to find joy in them.
Yeah.
Different.
All right, guys, let me just close this up by saying that we are also supporting the small businesses and the local businesses here. And one of the businesses, as we mentioned, there was a competition at the beginning. One of the businesses, who is Golden Laundry, they started Golden Ghazal Laundry. They started just a couple of months ago, just before COVID, and they're really interested in giving you some free vouchers to support them. And all you have to do is just go to their Facebook page, which we will post their link there, and like it, and then just click done or write done on the comments here. And we will pick on Sunday 5 winners. Each will have 50 dirhams voucher from them.
Right.
Always lovely to see you. I hope, inshallah, see you in person soon. Wish you the best.
Inshallah.
Take care.
And stay strong, guys. Stay strong and keep doing what you're doing. Honestly, I love what you're doing, and you are filling so many needs you don't even know it. You know, people who are on the brink of, giving up. So keep at it, guys.
Thank you, and thank you for all the efforts that you're doing as well at Tamakkan, at Tempo. You are a very amazing person as well in turn. Thank you so much for coming here today. Good night, guys. Have a good weekend, and see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.